Live and in living color, headed right to your living room, your phone, your laptop, your other L words that I can't think of. I know phone started with P. I'm Ellie Chrome, and this is the Triple SL, the craziest baseball league on the internet. I'm the commissioner. I am the owner of the Birdo Bows, who are 7-2, and I'm very happy about that. And we've got 6 teams tonight that are looking to take their step and hoping to add on to their win total tonight. And who knows? Maybe one of them will be in the running. The Warrior Muscles are right on the outside. They played tonight in our, I believe, a second game of the night. That's right, against the Diddy Monkeys. Like I said last night, we had teams that were expected to win, or I don't want to say expected, but were favored to win. You can't really expect anything in this league. They all won. Some closer than others. Mario Fireballs had that one for a bit. Then Bowser tried at the end to put up 6. They lost that one 15-9. Birdo Bows had to score 4 on the top of the 7th. It was a close game there. Great ending to that one, but unfortunately the DK Wilds just cannot get away from the heartbreak. It's a disease at this point. It feels like that they just cannot get rid of. And the Daisy Flowers pretty much handling the Luigi Knights. That one was not close really at any point in the game. And the Daisy Flowers do that at home, folks. They just take care of business. And Funky Kong hit 3 home runs or something like that last night, adding to his total. We'll get all the stats before tomorrow's broadcast for game day number 10, the penultimate game day before the trade deadline. Bowser Jr. rookies who play tonight in our nightcap against the Waluigi Spitballs have been floating some testers out there essentially to see, hey, anybody interested in this player, that player. Haven't heard anything officially, and there's been no trades made yet so far, but I expect that there will be lots of fireworks heading into game day 11 and up to game time. So that's going to be really, really interesting, folks, to keep an eye on. Of course, we'll have all the news. We put out updates on our TikTok, YouTube. Those are great places to find our shorts and all different content, including previous streams and some 1-hour highlight cuts. No, I've been saying I'm going to get to getting more of those up. I'm hopefully going to catch up with the current game week. But, man, we do 2 of these a week. That's a lot of content. That's hours and hours of baseball to watch. And I got to watch it like 3 times. But I'm happy to watch it 3 times because sometimes it's just that goddamn good. Joe, thanks for coming in. We got 3 people in here to get us started for our first game of the night. It's Peach Monarchs at the Oshie Eggs. But before we do any of that, let's go back to last week and take a look at our 3 stars of game day number 8. The third star is going to go to Blue Pianta, who had a good comeback performance for the Peach Monarchs. I've been critical of Blue Pianta, not really living up to expectations for the Monarchs, but they won 9-5 at the Garden over the DK Wilds, and he was 4 for 4, so that's a good performance from him and deserving of a star. Yoshi had this team's 3rd complete game in a row, and guess what? They've won 3 in a row. The pitching has been phenomenal for the Yoshi Eggs in recent weeks, and Yoshi only allowing one earned run in their 8-1 victory over the Waluigi Spitballs. Very much deserving the second star. Almost could have been the first star, but we're going to give the first star to Wiggler. Second straight game in a row with a home run, 2 RBI, 4 of 5 in that game against the Bowser Monsters, where they scored 13 unanswered on the road to win that 13-6. And the honorable mention goes to Toadsworth, who had a good pitching stint against Samoro Fireballs and went 4 for 4 as well. So those are our 3 stars of game day number 8. And, of course, you can catch back up on that game day number 8 in the live section on our YouTube. Daniel, Joe, thanks so much for joining in. 5 of you are already ready to go, and you're ready to take a look at the standings. After last night's 3 games, Birdo Bows are on top for now. They had that run differential, but Wario Muscles are just a half game back. They got the game in hand tonight, and they play in our second game against the Diddy Monkeys. Meanwhile, Diddy Monkeys, this is going to be really interesting tonight. Like I said, a little bit of separation thanks to the Mario Fireballs winning. And the same thing for the Daisy Flowers winning. They were skidding for a moment. Both of those teams had lost a couple in a row. So I think that this has kind of provided a little bit more cushion for them in terms of holding on to their 3 or 4 spots. But, man, this middle tier of the league is going to be really interesting after tonight. You have the Waluigi Spitballs against the Bowser Jr. Rookies. They're 1 game away from each other. You had close run differentials. That's going to be something to see who hops the other. Luigi Knights losing another one puts them in a precarious position. They are gripping onto that line right now. Going to be interesting. It's certainly going to lead to a very intriguing second half of the season where all these teams will play each other one more time again. And the head-to-head tiebreaker, folks, that's going to make a difference. We're going to keep you updated. Hopefully, we'll have a little bit more context. I'll have a graphic for you in the second half of the season, kind of breaking down each game, because those head-to-head tiebreakers are going to start mattering, and we're going to make sure that we keep track of those because, man, we're going to get to some point where we're going to be looking at one night where there could be a lot of different playoff potentials, who's going to get eliminated, who's going to clinch, all those sorts of things. So that is something to keep an eye on, and we will try to keep you abreast of it. I mean, gosh, that's the fun thing. I don't even know what's going to happen. Diddy Monkeys desperately need a win tonight. If they want to hang on, they'll be in that weird limbo spot as well. Yeah, this 5, 6, 7, 8, man, this battle for the playoff and the wild card spots, it is going to stay tight, I think, this entire season. Those are your standings. Yeah, that's what's exciting. I'm so glad that it's so packed in there between those teams, and I'm honestly a little bit surprised that we haven't seen a bit more action around trading. Folks, the trade deadline coming up next Thursday. Next Thursday, that would be, what, May 16th, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, May 16th. Right before the All-Star game on May 17th, we have an All-Star night. We'll catch up with as many owners as we can over the next week and make sure that we have a few of them live for you to hear from them, hear how they think their season is going, and all those sorts of things, especially right after the trade deadline is going to be. Maybe there'll be some interesting stories to come out of that. Folks, if you'd like to vote in our All-Star game, we really, really, really would appreciate if you voted. We want your input. If you've been somebody who's watching along, or maybe you watched tonight and you decide, hey, I want to vote, there's a QR code right there. We are accepting all votes until May 15th next week, next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time, when we'll tabulate them and determine our rosters. They'll be revealed on the Thursday edition on Game Day 11 of the trade deadline. But please use that QR code. I'll also put it in the chat in a little while and remind you to go check that out and vote for your favorite players to make the All-Star game. Split between East and West based on the Baseball Kingdom map. And there's that. All right, I've given all the housekeeping stuff. Let's really dig in this first matchup, Peach Monarchs and the Yoshi Eggs. If I can remind myself of where we are, look at that, 3-5, 2-6. This is one of those matchups that if the Yoshi Eggs can do the unthinkable, win 4 games in a row after going 0-5, they could be so solidly into a chance. They're already in the mix thanks to these 3 wins in a row, but a 4th win, considering where the Luigi Knights ended up last night, they would actually take the tiebreaker head-to-head against them, so they have a potential chance of hopping them if it was just head-to-head. Lots of interesting stuff going on. I'm not going to lie. But the run differential is always going to make a difference, and they've lost some big ones this year. Maybe they can put up some runs tonight on a Peach Monarchs team that put up their most runs they have in a game any point this season. Last week, they scored 9 against the DK Wilds at home at the Garden. But it's a different ballpark here, folks, and they don't really have a lot of home run hitters. We don't see them hit a lot of home runs to begin with. I mean, look, as a team, the Peach Monarchs have only hit 2 home runs. That's tied for the bottom of the league with the Luigi Knights, who did end up getting one last night. So they really need the singles and doubles. And in a ballpark where home runs can be so valuable, so many teams have been punished, particularly by the Birdo Bows, who have come into this ballpark and just started smoking homers like it's a pack. It's going to be interesting to see if they can adjust to this ballpark well enough. I only think this is the first time they've been to this ballpark. They played both. They played the Birdo Bows at the Garden as well. So this is the first time they've shown up here. Will they be able to handle the adjustment, especially with the outfield? They're already struggling a little bit with the chemistry on the left field side, and you add a warning track into that. It's going to make it very interesting. But just point blank, I mean, when we look down the stats, they're just not really keeping up with the rest of the teams in the league. They're bottom in team ERA with a 9.08, and they allow the second worst batting average. Teams coming in batting .533 against them. That is just not going to do it. Not going to help things out when you're allowing that type of batting average. Meanwhile, you have a Yoshi Eggs team that's slowly climbing things up, and really the pitching has been critical. The pitching in the last 3 games, thanks to Eli, who threw 2 straight complete games, and then Yoshi following up with a complete game of their own, and they are all of a sudden thrust into the 5th spot in team ERA with a 5.7 average. More in 7th in opponent batting average, but those are at least some statistics that are heading in the right direction. But as I've said before, the things that are not in the right direction are the hitting averages and slugging. They are second worst in hitting average and the worst in the league when it comes to slugging. They are hitting mostly singles. Very rare for them to hit any doubles as a team, period. And that is something you need. If you want to get runs for a team batting .382, you need enough people hitting consistently in order to get anything done. They only have 8 doubles on the year, 3 home runs, and just 2 triples. Not too bad. I mean, 2 triples is better than some teams, but some teams have a lot more hits than they do. So it's a different thing. Hey, let's take a look at these lineups, folks, before we get started. For the 7 of you in here ready to see some baseball, I'm not going to keep you waiting very much longer. The Peach Monarchs here, they have no change. Jeff is pitching for the 2nd straight game tonight. He's been solid. I mean, look, he had a good stretch in that first one. He's pitched in 3 games, 7.17 ERA, but hey, that's really not too bad when Peach is a 10.5. I would consider, next to maybe Baby Peach, who hasn't pitched very long, I think Jeff is this team's best pitcher, bar none. So Jeff is back on the mound for them. Can he help them turn it around, and can any of the supporting cast do the same both on the mound and in the batter's box? We'll find out, but that's the same lineup. Again, the Green Dry Bones and Dry Bones connection, those two are the core. You just need Blue Pianta to find a way to follow it up, and he did well last week, going for that 4-for-4 with a couple RBI. That is what you need out of Blue Pianta, and his batting average has ticked up a little bit to .538, better than the team average of .423. So, yeah, again, those two are still batting incredibly well, and I expect them to continue that tonight. Now for the Yoshi Eggs, the home team here. Again, not much different. Yoshi going ahead right back on the mound. Start 2, sit 2. He gets one more start again tonight, and we'll see if he can go the distance like he did last time. And if he did, I would be very, very worried if I were Jeff and Grisilla, the ownership group of the Peach Monarchs. I would not like my chances against a Yoshi who pitched like he did in the last game. Everything else is the same. The outfield's doing well. It's really just going to be, hey, can they actually hit some balls? If the Peach Monarchs give them opportunities, will they be able to hit any doubles? I mean, 8 doubles is really shocking, all things considered. It's a little bit lower than some other teams, but again, just the overall hitting average is not good. They need help. And the cast of Red Pianta, Red Critter, you really would like to see them get some extra base hits tonight. And we'll find out if they do, of course. So those are your lineups. I pretty much broke down the game for you. 9 people are in here waiting for baseball. We got 3 games tonight. You want baseball, I'm going to give it to you. It's our first game of the night here in the SSSL, the Super Sluggers Sim League. It is Peach at Yoshi here near the trade deadline. Let's get it on. Starting here with Pink Yoshi and the Peach Monarchs. Up to bat first. As I hit the play button on game number 1. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on a Friday night. It's a Friday night smackdown of baseball. Trademarked. That's trademarked by WWE. First pitch is in for a strike for Yoshi again. And a nice pitch there as well to follow it up. Yoshi very much, with that performance in the last game, does give up a single there to Pink Yoshi on the first at-bat. But with that performance last game, thrust Yoshi into some of the better pitchers in the league. Still has a 6.18 ERA. Let's not get that too wrong, but certainly a lot better than it was before. And Eli, one of the best pitchers in the league, bar none, at 294, is definitely going to be in consideration for a all-star spot for the East. Again, the Baseball Kingdom map, if you split it sort of down the middle, you got Mario, Luigi, Daisy, Peach, and the Bowsers in the West. Wario, Waluigi, Yoshi, Birdo, and the Kongs in the East. This is dry bones towards the wall. The track goes by. Will it hit the wall? Let's find out. Oh, no, it's not. They grab it off the wall. Daisy trotted. Baby Daisy took her sweet time getting to that one, but they got it. White Dynamite saying, this is making work so much better. Hey, I'm so glad. I'm glad that this is making your work day better, and I hope that the work day is not too long and your work week is about over. Line drive over the head of Red Paratrooper. What are we doing? Pink Yoshi's going to go for home, and Blue Pianta will have another RBI. That was an absolute mess. Paratrooper has wings, completely jumped at the wrong time. I'm almost inclined to make that an error, but I think Blue Pianta deserves the RBI. So that's 1-0. Nice job by Blue Pianta to get it in. The Monarchs have the opening score here in game number 1. So yeah, I'm hoping your work week's done. My work week's about wrapped up. Well, it is wrapped up because I'm streaming this, so I swear I'm not doing this at work, folks. Paragoomba with a nice single as well. There's runners on first and second with 2 out here for the Monarchs. On the road up 1-0. And here's a great person to have up. You know they got potential to go long. And here's a big ball deep to right center. The train could cause an issue. They both run into it. Pianta's getting home. Paragoomba's getting home. Blue Critter has a triple. It's 3-0. Blue Critter, they come into this ballpark. And man, did the timing of that work out. And somehow the babies had no idea what to do with the train. They played here before. You should know to wait for it instead of getting ran over by it. The second triple of the year for Blue Critter, and Eli in the chat says, what are we doing? You're down 3-0, unfortunately, right now to Jeff, who is still at the plate, and this inning continues. Jeff, though, only batting .280. But he's had a deep drive here, but this is at the wall. They're there this time, and they rob it. Jeff with a drive. Hadn't had a home run yet this year, but he is robbed tragically at the wall. But it's not tragic how this first inning has gone for the Peach Monarchs. They score 3 in a 7-inning affair, especially for them. 3's not too bad. The max they've scored this year is 9. That came last game, and that's a great way to start it. 3-0. Can the Yoshi Eggs respond here and find a way to get the score even? It is Baby Daisy, and Baby Daisy does not have great hitting all the time, and what a shocker, she grounds out. Sometimes her contact hits feel like she's trying to hit them directly to the fielders. She's only batting .379 and does not help. But there's Red Pianta, though, scooping up the work a little bit. Pianta's 17th hit, 17th single of the year. No homers for Red Pianta, but still a great batting average nonetheless. Here is Red Critter. Red Critter batting .444 with 2 home runs out of this team's 3, and it could be a 4th. Could it be his 3rd home run of the year? It will be. Goodbye, Red Critter. Number 3 is so sweet. Too sweet, baby. And it's 3-2. Nice way to respond. Peach and Baby Peach. We're going to get to that one because of the train, and it's 3-2, 1-run game. Yoshi stepped up. Yoshi, folks, I will say, is still one of the worst hitters in the league Just period. We're not even talking like, captain, non-captain. Worst hitter in the league, period. Red Paratroopa is doing better than Yoshi is right now because Red Paratroopa just got a hit and has 7 for 27. Meanwhile, Yoshi is 6 for 31. Very surprising, considering I would have thought that Yoshi would be hitting a lot better at this point, and probably part of the reason why this team had skidded in the first 5 games of the season. But hey, they won 3 in a row, and they're battling right now. They could be to 4 in a row, depending on how this game ends. It's 3-2 already as we head to the top of the second for Peach. Again, Peach also not doing amazing as a hitter. That one does get down, though, right in front of Baby Daisy. Nice job for Peach. That's her 9th hit of the year. And now follows up with Baby Peach. Again, this front part of the lineup, or this is really the 8-9-1. I would say the 8-9-1 goes Peach, Baby Peach, and Pink Yoshi. They are overall batting like in the 290s. That's an error. Oh, no, but they still turn it around. Red Shy Guy will still get the runner at first, advances Peach. And so there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out here for Pink Yoshi, who did have a hit to lead off things in the first inning. Takes a big swing at this one. Strike 2, 0-2 here on Pink Yoshi. And that's going to be a quick double play. Lines it out and then throws it over to second. Gets him taken care of, a 0, following up the 3. And the Yoshi Eggs have a chance to take the lead. They got Eli, who, besides just being a pretty solid pitcher, is a great hitter. Batting .654 with 1 home run. I think that would be solidly putting Eli into the conversation for an all-star spot for the East. And that is a nice job to get that one past Paragoomba, who kind of hops over that one as well. A little bit surprised by that, too. Blue Critter is going to show the flashiness. Going for first. Safe. Eli gets back in time. I would have thought that Blue Critter, with how good his arm is, might have got that one. But Eli gets back in time, luckily, so only 1 out. Here is Baby Luigi again. Baby Luigi, part of the Luigi lineup. Mario, who we'll see in a moment, traded for Red Noki, who pretty much sold one of the games here when we played against Mario. Sold the game. That's the only way I can say it, folks. Absolutely sold, as that's a line out to center. Back to Baby Daisy here in the top of the lineup. That's going to be a fly out. She's 0 for 2. Can't say I'm too surprised. And that is the end of the second. No run scored in the second here. Still 3-2. Going to be a close one, but big section of the lineup coming up for the Monarchs here. The Dry Bones, who averaged together about .650. And then Blue Pianta, who has found his form a little bit in the last couple of games. And this is going to be grabbed, though. Red Paratroopa finally decides to stay on the ground. I know you have wings, but you don't have to use them. And just walks over to the ball. Strike 1 here on Dry Bones. Again, these two have been so good. They've hit triples. They've hit pretty much about everything that you can hit in the league this year. Just maybe besides a home run. Dry Bones does not have a home run, but he adds his 20th hit of the year here. And now Blue Pianta. Again, this is continuing my criticisms. There's no need to bunt to advance the runner with 1 out. You are one of the best hitters for this team, are supposed to be. Just swing. And that's bunted foul, so now I'll have to swing down 0-2. Star pitch coming, no, not from Yoshi. Would have been a good time to use it, and that's going to get down. So Blue Pianta will be aboard against all odds, against his better judgment. Blue Pianta is aboard, so there's runners on first and second. Paragoomba, I have previously described as a inning killer, but does not kill the inning. Gets him aboard, now Dry Bones can go for home, and it's missed by Baby Daisy. That's going to make it 4-2. Blue Pianta's turning for home. That's a bit of a mistake, and is going to get caught at the plate unless he gets thrown out. No, he'll be safe. Oh, he's out. He's out. It's so rare that a pickle causes an out, and so Blue Pianta is caught out there for the second, but Baby Daisy misses. What the hell just happened there? We had a miss. Paragoomba gets the RBI. That is shocking. Only Paragoomba's second RBI of the year. Now Blue Critter, who had the 2-run shot earlier. I don't really know what's going on, folks, so I'm trying to keep track of it. Line drive over the head of Paratroopa again. God, can you time up your jumps, my friend? What is happening? Now here's Jeff and Yoshi getting a tad bit tired here in the top of the third. Really would like to get out of this inning. Yoshi doesn't look like he'll have exactly the gas to get through the complete game like he did last time. 0-2 here, though, on Jeff. This one is over the plate. Grabbed by Red Shy Guy for the third. Don't really know how to describe what we just saw there. One run in, but could have been more. Blue Pianta gets picked off in a pickle at third, and then that line out. So 4-2 is the score. CJ Willis saying, was that the first successful throw out in a pickle this season? Yes, going back to third, it is. That's why I was so shocked. It seems like nobody knows how to throw in time and do a pickle. So the teams are improving, CJ. They are somehow improving. I don't get it. I don't know why. But, hey, we'll take it. We will take it. Maybe the CPU is just starting to learn a little bit more. Very slow artificial intelligence, folks. Red Pianta gets on here. No out in the bottom of the third. 7-inning game. That's a fly out from Red Critter. Red Critter, who just had his third home run of the season, flies out to center for one out. Now here is Yoshi. Like I said, really expected Yoshi to be doing a lot better than he is. This is on the ground, and he's going to ground to the 6-4-3 and continue this miserable season at the plate that he's had. Still a 2-run game here as we head to the top of the fourth. Monarchs are back up. It's Peach, Baby Peach, and Pink Yoshi. Like I said, both of these teams have some sections that really should be hitting a lot better than they are. Can Yoshi get out of this inning? See how long he can last. That's a nice line out, though. Good ability to get Peach out of the equation here, and now you have Baby Peach, who you can probably take care of. She's not been doing great. Shocker, lines that one out to short. That's 2 quick ones, so Yoshi might be able to get out of here and get through 4 innings, which hopefully will be enough. You probably go to Eli second, maybe. That's who I would go with, but it could be Baby Daisy, which could won't throw a wrench in things because Yoshi has that chemistry in the outfield, so maybe you go Baby Daisy here. Jammed inside, that's a 1-3, and that's a 1-2-3 when it comes to the top of the fourth. Still a 2-run game. Yoshi Eggs need to get something going here. They got Paratroopa and Eli, one of the better hitting me's in the league, due up third here in this part of the inning. Red Paratroopa looking to go yard here. Has not gone yard. Like I said, this team's only hit 3 home runs this year. This is a nice hit, though. That's going to get down for at least a single. Could choose to turn 2. Does not. Peach has that one. But a good single from Red Paratroopa to start the inning off. They're down 2. Yoshi Eggs going for their 4th win in a row after starting the season 0-5. And how about that? They got 2 on with nobody out from Red Shy Guy, who's found another hit today. Red Shy Guy came into this game also batting .200, only 5 for 25, and I think has found 2 straight hits. Not too bad, improving the average for Red Shy Guy. Now you're putting Eli up at the plate. Eli is going to potentially ground into the 6-4-3, and that's 2 away. Unfortunate for Eli, one of the better hitters in the league, to ground out there. Now you have Baby Mario. Just a single will do. Oh, no, it's not a single, a quick line out. And that opportunity with potentially bases loaded just disintegrates, disappears, and it's 4-2 still. The Monarchs have an opportunity here to get 3 wins. They have really looked so rough, but I think both of these teams benefit from a low-scoring game. Here's Green Drybones, deep to right center field. Watch out for the train. It's not in time, and it's grabbed there in right center. Yoshi's still tired here, but maybe if you can get past their tough part of the order, he can keep going. Gets Green Drybones out, which is huge. Now regular Drybones. Contact hit on the ground. Red Paratroopa steps up, and both the Drybones are out. That is a rare thing to say this season, folks. Those two normally go 1-2 and are on first and second after everything's said and done. But look at that. 1, 2, 3. Get them all out of here after 4.5. It's still 4-2. Tight ball game here, defensively played. We have Baby Luigi, Baby Daisy, and then Red Pianta. You can get a couple of these guys on base. Red Pianta could come in and make a difference. No home runs this year for Red Pianta, just 16 singles out of 28 at-bats coming into the game. That's a good hit. It's going to go, no, it doesn't go into the pipe, but at least be an extra base. What a hit from Baby Luigi. Only his second double of the year. That's a great hit. Jeff, by the way, I don't want to disparage Jeff too much. He's had a good performance yet again, exactly what you were hoping for. Only 2 runs allowed in 4 innings. Getting tired, though. Baby Daisy. This is a good hit from her, but it's unfortunately straight to Pink Yoshi. It's one of the best contact hits I think she's had all year. That is going to be it for Jeff. I still like the performance. It's 4 1/3 for Jeff. only allowing 2. That's exactly what you needed. Now can you just get Peach to do her job? Red Pianta is going to get down in a right field, and Baby Luigi's coming home, and it's a 1-run game. RBI for Red Pianta. It is another single for Red Pianta. Has not shown the power, but the contact hit at the right time. Timing matters here, folks. And I told everybody before the season started, singles are the most important thing in this league. Red Critter, though, he doesn't like to hit singles. He likes to hit bombs. And that's the go-ahead homer. Red Critter with his second of the game, putting the Yoshi eggs on his back right now. It is 5-4. The Yoshi Eggs are going for their 4th win in a row, and that's the way you do it. And Yoshi cannot add on to it, unfortunately. Continuing to struggle a little bit, but Red Critter, man, showing up at the right time. 2 home runs. He had 2 coming into the game, increasing this team's home run total exponentially. Now Red Paratroopa says, I'm going to hit another one again. How about that? The certain section of this lineup, it feels like, are finally starting to come back towards where their average should be, at least in the 300s, as Red Paratroopa's got 2 hits. Red Shy Guy's got 2, going for a 3rd hit of the day, but he's going to ground this. Oh, but there's the pow ball, and it's over Blue Pianta's head, and Red Shy Guy turns around for second, so the error causes them to get to second and third. And watch out, folks, Eli, if he can show up here, this could really turn the tide of the game. Yoshi Eggs up 1 in the bottom of the 5th, but it's on the ground. It's grabbed. That's a ground out. All they can do is get ahead by 1, but that's not too bad. Red Critter with a 2-run shot is second of the game, and they have the lead here at home when it looked like they were struggling. Put up 3 straight zeros. They could not find anything in the outfield, and now they've got the lead. Watch out, folks. You never know. With these 2 teams in a 1-run game, I am not going to be shocked at whatever happens in the last 2 innings. Folks, you've joined us at a great time. If you just joined us, Yoshi Eggs going for their 4th win in a row. Peach Monarchs trying to stay in the playoff hunt, but they are down 1. They were up by 2 in the middle of this game, and they've got 1 out here. But here's Blue Critter, who had a home run of his own earlier. This is deep at the warning track, but it's grabbed by Baby Mario for the second out. They are running out of real estate here. And Jeff has not been very much help this season either. Batting under 300. Needs to find something here. Had a good pitching stint. That is what he's been doing well. And he does find a single. Good stuff from Jeffrey there. Now you have Peach, and I really wish you would use some star swings once in a while. This would be a good time for it. Maybe just try to advance a runner in a 1-run game. It's on the ground. Grabbed by Red Pianta. The 3rd out of the top of the 6th. They are only going to have 3 more chances to take the lead. Can the Yoshi Eggs add anything to it? This part of the lineup here actually did very well last inning and are part of the reason why they have the lead. Grabbed, though, by Blue Critter. That one was in the gap, but just really not hard enough. Not hard enough. Nice job, Blue Critter, to figure that out. Here is Peach going to use a heart ball here. Again, she came in after Jeff pitched 4 1/3. And we'll get Baby Luigi out of there. So back to the top of the order here with 2 out. They could get everybody out in order here. What does Baby Daisy have to say about it? Nothing. Flied out to Jeff in center field. That's a 1-2-3. Been a few of those innings tonight. The Monarchs have 3 outs to figure it out. And they could get the dry bones up. But Baby Peach and Pink Yoshi got to do something. Do something for me. Can you, Baby Peach? This is a pop fly. It's into center field. The bomb is... Oh, she missed it. That's an error. Just a flat error by Baby Daisy in center field. Yoshi's trying to complete the 2nd straight complete game and the 4th complete game for this team. But Pink Yoshi, deep to right center field to take the lead. It's grabbed. It is grabbed. I don't know if that would have gotten over the wall either. And what the hell happened there? He threw it into the pipe. It came out the other end. I don't know what's going on here, folks. It's been a wild game. Baby Luigi grabs this. Eli's saying to his team, lock in. They're 2 outs away. They need to get the rest of the order out, but that is always a tough ask when it's the dry bones. Heart pumping here. The dry bones have batted above 600 all season, but they struggle a little bit today. Will they continue to? Yoshi is still in on the mound, and there it is, another one of those pull singles, those basically pull hook hits that the dry bones have just perfected this season. They know how to get it in the right spots on the field, and would you look at that? Runners on first and second with dry bones up, and it's in the gap. They got bases loaded where they need one run, and they have the perfect person. If he can find a single, it's Blue Pianta. I think they might actually try to squeeze butt here. Blue Pianta has wanted to do it. Yoshi's getting pulled. It was a great effort from him nonetheless, but Red Critter is going to come in a spot to make a legitimate save. Going for the fences! Deep to left center field! Will they get to it? No! It's a grand slam for Blue Pianta in the top of the 7th. Can you believe it? Blue Pianta, with his first home run of the year, has finally found form, and it is 8-5. Oh my! Unbelievable scenes here at Yoshi Park. The first home run of the year. Pardon me, that's the second for Blue Pianta. Got to give him some credit here at least. But man, was that in one of the biggest moments of the season potentially for the Monarchs. Now Blue Critter. This one is shallow. Same spot that it was earlier. That will be the third out. But a grand slam by none other than Blue Pianta makes this an 8-5 game. And what a finish we could have here. 3 very tough hitters, though. Red Pianta. Then you got Red Critter and Yoshi. Plenty of potential here. Yoshi's used his star swing in a critical moment earlier this season. He's going to need to do it. Just going to need to do it. Oh, big swing and a miss for Red Pianta. Bottom of the 7th in a 3-run game, trying to keep the winning streak going, and that's going to get down. But Red Pianta's got to get there. He's safe. Oh, that was close. Red Pianta, don't mess around. People on YouTube are going wild right now. We got no idea what's going on here. This is a crazy game to start off the second park of game week number 9. This is going to get to the wall. Red Pianta is going to turn for third. And they got runners on the corners. Down 3 with nobody out. Red Critter with another single. Now here's Yoshi. I would love to see Yoshi use a star swing. I would say it's almost required here for him. Take strike 1. Maybe you try to find the right pitch. They can screw up sometimes. Will he use it? He won't. Will get down and will. They're going to have bases loaded with nobody out. Nobody out right now for the Yoshi Eggs. Red Paratroopa at the plate. They need 3 to tie 4 to win. A grand slam in the top of the 7th was the difference now. Red Paratroopa, that's lined out. There's 2. Oh no. Lined, it went foul. He took a swing at it, and now there's 2 outs and only runners on second and third. Unfortunate situation there that was caught foul. Bad pitch taken by Red Paratroopa, and now they're down to their last out. Red Shy Guy, though, has found a way to get some singles. He's down to his last strike. The 0-2 pitch. It's a hard ball. And it's in. It's fair. It's fair. Red Shy Guy keeps this game alive. It's 8-6. Great grab by Blue Pianta made it 2 outs, but Red Shy Guy with a clutch single. It's not over yet, though. They still need 2. But they have Eli, who is one of the better hitters in the league. He struggled today, but he's had a home run. Peach is gone. I don't know why she'd be gone. Now it's Baby Peach. I don't know about this decision personally. I would have kept Peach in there. She's been doing not bad. This ball is on the ground. That is the game. Unfortunate for Eli. He cannot provide the heroics that this team needed. A brutal loss for the Yoshi Eggs. But the Peach Monarchs, with a grand slam by Blue Pianta, steal this game in the 7th. We've been talking about that a lot this week. Final score, the Monarchs 8 and the Eggs 6. Eli, I'm sure, will be heartbroken. Well, look at that. What a game that was again. I mean, the drama back and forth. I really thought that Eli would step up to the plate and provide another single to keep it alive, but struggled. The best hitter on this team struggled today, and then Blue Pianta stepped in really, really well when he hasn't had any power hits all season. He's had 17, 18 singles, steps up in the top of the seventh. Grand slam is the difference, and it was gone for the Yoshi Eggs. Hey, the Yoshi Eggs are not out of this, though. They won 3 in a row. You see the Waluigi Spitballs, they've won 3 of 4. It's not like this is the end of things, but it certainly hurts. You would have loved to keep that winning streak going, especially when you had the lead earlier in the game 5-4. Meanwhile, for the Monarchs, that is a step forward for them. They have struggled. They've looked like in sections where they were not going to find any wins this season. I thought, I was starting to believe that they might be out of this one if they lost to Yoshi tonight. They do not, though. They take a critical win. Both these teams are now 3-6. Peach Monarchs will have the head-to-head tiebreaker for the moment, and they're going to be firmly in that weird section of the standings here where everybody's going to be bunched up. They're going to need some more wins for sure, and they're going to need some help from the rest of the standings, and we're going to see some of those games tonight. But up next, folks, after that crazy game, we got another good one on our hands. It is the Wario Muscles traveling to the jungle, 2 teams in the top 6 of the league, and one desperately needing to stop their slide. It's the Diddy Monkeys hoping to beat the Muscles, and it's coming up in a few minutes. Come on back, folks. Don't go anywhere. And while you're doing that, folks, let's go ahead and have you vote for the All-Stars. If you like some of the players in that game, or if you just like to vote, it's our opportunity to say thank you and give you an opportunity to pick some of the teams and some of the players that will be in this year's All-Star game next Friday, a week from now, at 6:30 p.m. Folks, link is in the chat. There's the QR code. Go ahead and vote for the All-Stars while we're on break, and I get the next game up and see who will play next Thursday. We'll announce during Game Week 11 around the trade deadline. Come on back, folks. Welcome back to the Triple SL. I'm Alec Rome. Boy, I hope everybody got a chance to drink something after that. That was a crazy game. The Peach Monarchs getting their third win of the season in walk-off-ish fashion. A go-ahead grand slam by Blue Pianta to end things. What a way to finish that one out. I can't get over that. That was certifiably insane. Meanwhile, we have a game that I'm sure will bring some fireworks of its own, and they desperately need the win, do the Diddy Monkeys. They have lost a couple in a row now. We go to the league schedule. They have faced good teams, and unfortunately, it just does not get any easier. They did give, I believe, it was either the Waluigi Spitballers or the DK Wilds their first win of the season. Earlier this year, they did give the DK Wilds their first win, an 11-3 rout, and since that moment, it has been all downhill. They lose to the Diddy Monkeys after that. The previous week, they lost to Mario Fireballs. They lost to the they lost to the Daisy Flowers. In weeks 5 through 8 have all been losses. The last time they won was in week 4 against Bowser Jr., and they are trying to prevent, after a 4-0 start, one of the best teams in the league after 4 weeks, they are trying to get out of the hole and not lose 5 in a row. And really, considering how things went in the first 4 weeks, I'm shocked that they haven't been able to find one win along the way. And in a lot of these games, there have been a couple close ones, but none of them they've really had a shot at. And you face a Wario Muscles team that's one of the most consistent in the league. They just beat Mario. They've been on a nice little hot streak. They beat Daisy earlier than that. Beat Bowser Jr. 4-3. Yoshi 6-1. They've won 6. They've won 6 in a row. After losing in game week number 2, they've only lost 1 game this year. They won 6 straight. This is not going to be an easy ask out of the Diddy Monkeys, but I do believe that they can do it. You just have to find a time to take your stand and lock in. And you need King Boo to hit homers. You need everybody else to bat around. There's been some surprisingly good batting from some of the Kongs, including Tiny and Dixie, who've batted fairly well. You just need them to show up today. The pitching needs to go well. And overall, you have to hope that the Wario Muscles do not start hitting bombs on you, or this thing is going to be over quick. Let's see, though. We got to find out. And the way we find out is at least showing you the lineups to start here for game number 2. Hope you had a chance to vote for those All-Stars and a lot of the players in this lineup. And again, you see in the form, you get the eligible players who had certain stat categories after 8 weeks. A lot of them are from this team, and that includes Wario, who's one of the best in the league. Might lose his top spot in terms of the number of hits. He was leading with 25, but I think a couple people might have passed him up last night. Who knows, though? He has this game to catch back up. Everything else for them is pretty much the same. Toadsworth is on the mound tonight. I want to say that this is Toadsworth's first start. It is Toadsworth's first start, and honestly has earned it. Toadsworth has had some very solid stretches, and now after, however many games, included a really good stretch last week, has only pitched in 5 games, but I think last week's performance where he was able to close things out earned him the start, and then probably going back to Wario in game number 10 to start. But hey, let's see if Toadsworth can get him very far. Maybe this is a bit of a change of pace. I don't know if the opposite team, the Diddy Monkeys, will like this or not like it that Toadsworth is starting for the Muscles. Diddy Monkeys, no change here. It's the same lineup we've been seeing. Unfortunately, they've had no change in the amount of wins they've had in the last 5 weeks. It's been unfortunate, but hopefully Diddy can carry him across the line tonight and they can figure things out. Overall, Diddy Kong has a 5.55 ERA, and really, again, the ERAs for this team have not been terrible. I mean, they're overall as a team 5.68 through 53 innings. Like, that's really not bad. I'm almost a bit shocked that their ERA is that low and they've lost the 4 in a row. But it helped from those first few games that they kept some games low scoring. But otherwise, you should have everybody in here that has decent pitching, decent whips as well. I mean, Diddy Kong a 1.7 is not too bad. That puts him in the top 15 likely. That puts him 5th in whip, just behind a couple other different people, including Berto. I mean, you feel like it's got to break through for them at one point or another, and they have to stop the skid. But they got it. They got to slam the brakes on this. Otherwise, they could be out of the playoff spot. And then they're going to have to focus the second half of the season on finding a way to come back. I mean, I don't know how to explain it better. They're going to be chasing rather than being in a good spot. And maybe the question is, did they get comfortable? Did they get comfortable through 4 games? They also have played some of the best teams in the league since then, so you can't blame them. But, God, you got to find a way to beat one of the best teams in the league. And they're facing them tonight in the Warrior Muscles. Second game. Here we go. Hope it's as good as the last one was. The Warrior Muscles batting first here. Second game. Let's get it on. And Toadsworth, who has also been finding some hitting stretches as well. I mean, I got to say, I'm so impressed. Toadsworth was a late 6th-round draft pick, one of the last draft picks of all the characters, uniquely. And he has proven that maybe Toadsworth should be drafted a little bit higher next year. At least not in the 6th round, because you add that hit to it. I know he's not been amazing, but Toadsworth has still been putting something on. He's got 13 hits this year. Batting .387, that's better than some of the people in this league, that's for sure. And they've got 2 on with nobody out here. This will be a fly out to right, though, for Yellow Pianta. One of the better hitters for this team, batting .583, but not able to add on to it. He has 5 home runs. The only person with any more is Firebro with 6. But here is a walking hit machine. 7-14, 25 hits coming into the game, but it's not going to be a 26. In fact, it's a double play. Lines out into a double play. A little bit of a slowdown here for one of the best hitters in the league. And they put up a 0 in the top of the first. Folks, 11 of you popped in here right now for baseball on a Friday. Our numbers have slowly been ticking up. I appreciate all the comments on our shorts. I'm one guy. I'm trying my best to put up highlights. We just put up the highlight of that last game on TikTok. Make sure to take a look at that there, and I'll be trying to keep up. I'm getting there. I'm starting to find good workflows, and a nice little button that just allows me to clip things immediately really helps. Definitely helps with that. This is strike 1 on Red Koopa. If I'm not mistaken, Red Koopa's not too bad for this team. This is going to be a 5-4-3, though, to make 2 out. Yeah, Red Koopa's batting .516 coming into the game. Really not too bad. This team averaging about the league average as a team, .466. Now here is Dave, who has struggled a bit, but does have 1 home run. Unfortunately, that does not translate to the batting average. He's batting .233, but he's going to add to it here with a nice single, pulled into left center off the tree branch there, the root of the tree, and so keeps it alive. CJ Willis saying locking down Wario is a key to victory. For Diddy, absolutely, you have to lock him down, and that was the way to do it, getting him to line out. And Toadsworth so far here in the bottom part of the first is 0-2. That's a meatball. And looked at for strike 3. Absolutely stared at that one. Was Green Hammer, bro. The best hitter potentially in terms of power. 5 home runs. .654. And he stares at strike 3. And Toadsworth's got the K. It's 0-0 as we head to the top of the second. I'm honestly shocked that happened. I wouldn't have believed it if you told me that Green Hammer was going to stare at strike 3. Dave has been playing very well, by the way, at that spot this season and continues to do so. First base spot has been good for him. He's made a lot of those plays. Fly out to center for the second from Yellow Magic Koopa, which brings up Firebro. Firebro always dangerous. He's got a few homers this year. Could it be another? This one's deep. I feel like this is a little bit too high, and it looks like it is. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 for the Wario Muscles in the top of the second. Diddy locking them down so far. A lot of game left to go. Can they find a way to get some hits here in the bottom of the second with the Yoshis and Tiny Kong? Yellow Yoshi here, the 0-1 on the ground, and Toadsworth is putting him out. I don't know, folks. It's crazy. I can't even tell you. He's finding a way to get these batters out. These slow pitches are so annoying, especially when you're facing teams like Bowser, have those bullet bills. It's just a completely different game than what we're used to, and a completely different pace. And he's got 2 out here in the top of the second. You got Tiny Kong up. And she takes a look at strike one. And, I mean, look, it's almost mesmerizing. It's just as enchanting as those flowers out there. You get lulled to sleep by his pitches. And guess what? That's a 1-2-3 for Toadsworth in the bottom of the second. How do you like that? It is a 0-0 game between these two teams. Deadlock so far. You got the Nokies and Toadsworth coming up in a bit. There we go. Top of the third. Nokies have been doing okay. Been doing fine. Not as good as you'd hope they'd be, especially for Red Noki, who got traded to this team from the Yoshi Eggs. She is unable to add a hit to this, and she is batting less than 231, only 3 for 14. This is a nice pull, though, by Blue Noki, who is the better of the two. Blue Noki is 13 for 28 coming in. How about that hit from her? Puts her above 460. That is very solid. Now you got Toadsworth, who, as I said, batting 387 is very solid, considering how the league has gone. How about this? How about a pull to right field for at least a single? How about more? It's a double, and that's going to be an RBI double. And that's the opening score of the game as Blue Noki goes all the way around the bases. Toadsworth continuing to impress in the batter's box and on the mound. Do we want to talk about potential comeback player of the year? Toadsworth has now got to be part of that conversation with how he's been playing lately. Got a long season to go, but I like what he's been doing. Powerball's thrown down. You got a bit of a pickle here, though, for Toadsworth, but he gets back to second. And what is Green Hammer Bro doing? What are you doing? Throw the ball. What? He just walked him down. He's safe. What's that? Anyway, it's in the middle. It's in the gap, and there's bases loaded now. Bases loaded here for Wario. Green Hammer Bro, what are we doing? Fantastic. Caden says, all-star game, but it's just 18 Toadsworth facing off. Caden is the owner of the Bowser Jr. Rookies in our final game of the night in the nightcap. Folks, tomorrow we'll be here early. Try to be done on by 6 or 6:30 as soon as we can. We've got 6 ball games. It's a big Saturday night of the Super Sluggers Sim League. And that's going to go off a Tiny Kong. She had to get out of the way of the bomb. Buddy throw. It's 2-0. And now Toad is going to get caught. And it gets in a pickle because Pianto went to third. So there was a force out, tag out for Yellow Toad. But it does bring in one. We've seen some goofy base running tonight, folks. I don't know what is happening. There's something in the air. Maybe it's the geomagnetic sun flares that have polluted the minds of Baseball Kingdom players. I don't get it, folks. I don't get it. 2-0, though, here with 2 out. Top of the third, and another Powerball, but I think Wario is going to get caught in the force out. That is going to be the third. Diddy's getting a little bit tired. Allows 2 there, albeit under some real strange circumstances. And we got the Diddy Monkeys and King Boo back up here in the bottom of the third. King Boo, you would have thought King Boo would have had more home runs considering how he started the season. He started the season with about 4 or 5 and has not had one in a while. Maybe this is King Boo's time. But this outfield in Parker is so difficult to get homers on. They have robbed so many this year. Diddy's on with nobody out. And Dixie, though, she'll go ahead and make a 6-3. And unfortunately, that double play will put King Boo up at the plate in a tough spot. 2 out, bottom of the third. The Diddy Monkeys are hoping to not go 0-6 in their last 6 games. That's a ground out, though. Green Bay Peyton saying, yo, how'd you get that YouTube short out so fast, baby? It's magic. Ask Yellow Magic Koopa, who's up at the plate right now. No, I have a little button, basically. Replay button. It's the vertical plug-in by Atum. Clip it, drop it in. I got the thing up right now, and send that motherfucker out, baby. It's nice. It's nice to be able to get some of the live cuts out quick, and it allows me to not have to edit the shorts as much during the week. I still have to go back and edit some shorts from earlier parts of the season, but makes the workflow a little bit easier for content, my friend. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I like getting the live highlights out, too, because maybe we can try to pull in some live viewers, especially on YouTube when you have that function that allows you to add a related video. Super nice. We got a couple fouls here for Fire Bro. He finally found his second home run of the year. Or no, that was for Luigi Knights. He's had a lot of home runs for this team. Yep. I like that. That's a good idea. Yep, I'm going to use that. I might use that, Caden. That's a good idea. One out here. Red Noki's going to... Oh, and Yellow Yoshi with an error. God, this Diddy Monkeys team has not been able to field a ball today. What is going on? Do not know what is in the air, but it is certainly not good fielding. And Blue Noki is going to line this one out. She's hitting some dingers today. You got to give her some credit. Blue Noki is hitting dingers. And speaking of somebody who is hitting, it's Toadsworth. King Boo replaced Diddy Kong here in, the top of the fourth. This is a fly out, a sac fly. Oh no, another error! You gotta be kidding me! Another error as the shell causes Dixie to move. What are we doing, Diddy Monkeys? 4-0. I mean, she had this ball all day. She didn't even need to get out of the way of that. But she lets it up, and Toadsworth with a double, albeit it's an error. It's not going to go down as a double, but it's still going to get some people on. Why not? Give Toadsworth the credit for the deep hit. It's kind of like a sac fly in a way. 2 out, and the 2-out rally for the Wario Muscles is continuing. Toadsworth getting to third off the Yellow Toad single, and now King Boo is getting tired. They're going to look to the third pitcher potentially. Might be Tiny Kong, as he's already tired in the top of the fourth. Finally, though, Yellow Pianta grounds out to end the madness. But again, really, you can't say it's the pitching that's been bad for the Diddy Monkeys. It is the fielding. They have had a rough time out here, and they're at home. They're down 4-0. Down 4-0 here for Red Koopa. He gets a nice single. And again, Red Koopa's been doing pretty solid for this team. Got 17 or 18 hits. I would say a surprise. Some of the Koopas in this league have been doing in the middle. A little bit worse than that, but Red Koopa for the Waluigi Spitballs has been still averaging about 430. And Dave will pull this one into center field. Nice hit from Dave. Trying to improve on that average. His 8th hit of the year. 8th of the year, so Green Hammer Bro, who just stared at strike 3 last time, is going to hit a deep one to right field. But they're there. Will they get it in time? They will. Parker, what a shock. Robs his 25th homer of the year. I am not surprised by that. Green Hammer Bro gave it a run, but it is still 4-0. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Unfortunate. Man, you just expect it. And Parker moved himself to right field. Was in center field, moved himself to right field, and it looks like that was a smart decision. 0-1 here on Yellow Yoshi. Yellow Yoshi would really like to find something here, batting .407 coming into the game. This ball is on the ground. That is not something. 4-6. Oh, just the 4-6. Keeping it alive. Nice base running. Good hustle. Hustle is something we don't see from everybody, and Yellow Yoshi with the hustle there, trying to make up for some of this team's mistakes. They still have 2 out, though. Runners on first and third for Blue Yoshi, who's going to pull this one into center field. That's going to be the first run of the game. Nice job, Blue Yoshi, with only his 2nd RBI of the year, and it's 4-1. Big stuff there from Blue Yoshi. Good hit into center field, and that is going to do it here for Toadsworth. Solid effort. I think you don't want to overexpose Toadsworth. I think that's a perfect length for him. 3 2/3. Only 1 run allowed. You can get Wario in here, and now Toadsworth is solidified as a good starting pitcher. But Yellow Yoshi, thanks to Tiny Kong, is going to get home her 6th RBI of the year, and it's 4-2. Hold on just a minute here, folks. The Diddy Monkeys trying to stop the skid and get to 5-4 are not looking too bad here. Kevin Wagner joined us at a good time. It's good to see you again. Thanks so much for hopping in here in a 4-2 game. 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Diddy's going to get it over the head of Toadsworth, and the pow ball is going to allow Tiny Kong. She's at second. It's 4-3. RBI here from Diddy Kong. That's 3 straight runs off 3 straight singles. They were down 4-0 and looking like an absolute mess when they were on the field, and now in the batter's box, they're pulling it together. Dixie Kong's been good as well. A little bit worse than the other Kongs, but still batting .440, 11-25, but she's down 0-2 here. Here's Wario. Off speed is swung on, and it's past Toadsworth. A Toadsworth mistake, and he's placed at second. He normally plays third, and he plays third very well, but put in a position that he's normally not in, and lets that up for King Boo. Here in a 4-3 game, King Boo has 5 home runs on the year. Looking for another one. It's not going to be a homer, but it's going to be the tying run. Tiny Kong gets home in time, and we're tied at 4. Another close one here on night 2 of game day number 9 in the SSSL. 19 people are here right now to watch a close game. I'm so glad you're here. If you've never been here before, we're playing a 22-game season of Mario Super Sluggers with 12 different franchises. And all my friends, all my rowdy friends on here on Friday night with the bases loaded. Red Koopa swings on this one, and it's finally grabbed. That's the end of the inning, but we are tied. They were down 4, and they have found a way, the Diddy Monkeys, to bring this one back. I hope you drop us a like, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Alec Rome Games, and our TikTok at Super Sluggers. I really appreciate you if you do. And I hope you like the stuff that we're putting out right now. Here is Wario in the top of the 5th. Has been so good hitting, but how about that grab from Blue Yoshi? Had a big single earlier to make it 4-3, and a nice grab there. This team, though, has been despicable in the field today. I would say that most of their runs have been unearned. Gave up on errors, and there's another error from Yellow Yoshi. Yellow Yoshi's got to get his tongue checked out. Blue Yoshi's doing just fine, but that's a second error on Yellow Yoshi. King Boo's done, and now you have to look at who's going to pitch third. Oh, brother. Oh, God. I don't know about this, folks. Yellow Yoshi, but do they have any choice? Do they have any choice? Double play, though. Blue Yoshi says, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. Big plays from the shortstop to keep this game tied at 4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here for the Monkeys. It's Dave. It's Green Hammer, bro. And then I believe, forget who's after that, probably Yellow Yoshi again. First pitch in here for Wario. The splitter's a strike. This is going to get down into right field for an out. It's going to get, doesn't really get down. Green Hammer, bro, had a look at a homer, but it was robbed in right field by one of the best outfields in the league in Toad, Pianta, and Parker. This one is not going to be a homer, but it's a single. Hey, who needs to get homers when you know they're going to get robbed? How about just get on base? And you can get up Yellow Yoshi. I know I've been critical of his fielding, but he's still not a bad hitter. Puts this on the ground. Toadsworth, though, nice grab. It does get the play at first, advances the runner. Runner in scoring position here for Blue Yoshi, potentially. Blue Yoshi had a nice single and an RBI in the last inning. Can Green Hammer, bro, get home here? Off speed. It is grabbed by Toadsworth. He's not normally at second base, but a couple nice plays there from Toadsworth showing that he has the flexibility. And we are still tied at 4 as we head into the top of the 6th. Another good one here. I can't believe it. It's another great game here between 2 of the top 6 teams in the league. Firebro fouling this one off. CJ Willis on YouTube saying if Yellow Yoshi is pitching, his fielding tongue is less of an issue. Fair point. I think that's probably a good idea. Maybe it's best for them. And Yellow Yoshi's got 0-2 here on Fire Hammer, bro. One of the tougher hitters in the league. Contact hit, though. It's going to get him aboard. Nice hit there for Fire Hammer, bro. Not going power. Again, I would consider Fire Hammer to be one of the better hitters in the league as well. Got at least 20 hits, batting .613 with 6 homers. Red Noki. This one's deeper. Unfortunately, Red Noki has been on the rough end of it after the trade. Has only had 3 hits. Not adding one there, but Blue Noki, folks. Blue Noki has been showing some dingers today. And could this be another dinger? No, it's not. That is a double play. We are still tied. Nothing there from the Wario Muscles in the top of the 6th. A 7-1 team, and the Wario Muscles have won 6 straight. Could get beat by a team trying not to lose 6 straight here. It's the bottom of the 6th for the Diddy Monkeys. They're tied at 4, and there's Tiny Kong with a nice hit to get things going. Here we go. Splitter. It is on the ground. Fire Hammer, bro, is not going to get the lead runner, but gets the play at first, 1 out. But runner in scoring position in this type of game, especially in the bottom of the 6th where you can potentially take the lead and only need 3 outs to get this done at home, is big. All you need is something. That's going to get past Blue Noki. Tiny Kong at third, and Dixie Kong with a big hit pulled to right field for King Boo. King Boo has been neutralized today, but you never know. This ball's over the plate. It's going to be a line drive, though, straight to Yellow Pianta, and there's 2 out in a tie ball game here. In the bottom of the 6th, we play 7. We play 7. Red Koopa. Is this the time that Red Koopa finds the critical RBI to take the lead? You never know. Wario with the splitter on the opening pitch. This is on the ground and in the gap. They take the lead. Red Koopa with the go-ahead single. Go-ahead single for Red Koopa. What a surprise this is, folks. 5-4. Red Koopa could be the hero and could be the game winner. Here is Dave. Can Dave add anything to it? He had 1 hit, is still struggling a bit this season. He's going to look for a deep ball, though. This is in center field, but it's grabbed by the long arms of Yellow Pianta. They take a critical 1-run lead here as we head to the top of the 7th. One of the better hitting teams in the league has struggled in the last couple of innings. The Wario Muscles batting .514, but they need to find something here right now if they want to get to 8-1. The Diddy Monkeys are trying to stop the skid and improve to 5-4 and stay in the playoff hunt here in a 22-game season. Toadsworth's been doing real well today, had a good pitching stand, and that's going to get in the gap past King Boo. Again, talking about pitchers being in bad positions, I am unsure that that's the right position for King Boo. But it's by necessity. Had to take over for Yellow Yoshi. And this ball is going to get into right field for an out. It is a fly out. 1 out here. Down to 2 outs for the Wario Muscles. Yellow Pianta, though. Good person to have up. One of the better hitters in the league. Has 21 hits coming into the game and 5 homers. A homer would make it a 1-run game in favor of the Wario Muscles. The 1-1 is over the plate and deep to center field, right center, but the Kongs are there. Can they grab it? Yes, they do. Tiny Kong could potentially have one of the biggest robs of the year. One of the biggest robs of the year for this team. Prevents the go-ahead homer from Yellow Pianta, and they are down to their last out. The Wario Muscles could see their winning streak come to an end here, but Wario, one of the best hitters in the league, maybe the best, is at the plate. Is this going to get down? It will get down, and that's going to be 2 on. Toadsworth's looking to go for third with the barrel, and he's now in scoring position. Toadsworth's at third with 2 out, with Parker, one of the best hitting me's in the league, batting .531. They need 1 to tie and extend this game. Here is Parker. Takes strike 1, though. Yellow Yoshi. Can he get him out of it? Diddy Monkeys trying to get the win here. On the ground. Pell ball. Doesn't matter. Game over. The Diddy Monkeys finally break their losing streak by breaking the winning streak of the Wario Muscles. The Diddy Monkeys are 5-4, and that's the score. They win this game by 5-4, the final. What an effort, including a clutch game-winning single, folks, by none other than Red Koopa. Red Koopa with the critical RBI in the bottom of the 6th. Diddy Monkeys, you are winners again here in the Triple SL. Well, how about that? Nice job for the Diddy Monkeys. It could have been real close. Tiny Kong with a critical rob there in right field. Some big pitching from Yellow Yoshi down the stretch to keep this thing under control, and Red Koopa's the hero. Wario Muscles are going to be okay. They're going to drop to 7-2. But, this is critical but, one of the games coming up in the next 2 weeks is going to be massive when it comes to who is going to lead this league. The Birdo Bows and the Wario Muscles are both at 7-2, and they're going to face off, I believe, in one of the next 2 weeks. They face off tomorrow. Tomorrow. Same place, same time. Probably going to be in the 3rd or 4th game spot. The Wario Muscles and the Birdo Bows will play to decide who truly is the #1 team in the league after the first half of the season. You do not want to miss that. There'll be plenty of other games, too, that we'll talk about after the last game of the night. But the last game of the night has stakes, too. It's the Waluigi Spitballs trying to get back in the playoff race, and the Bowser Jr. Rookies trying not to give up their spot to them. We'll find out what happens in the playroom when we come back. Folks, welcome back. Final game of the night here with 14. Caden says he hopped over to YouTube. The action's everywhere. If you want to be on Twitch or YouTube, we don't discriminate here in the SSSL. We just hope you enjoy some good baseball. And, folks, we got a lot of good baseball coming tomorrow. 6 games. We got a long one, so if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday night, if you're one of those people, which, hey, I just happen to be, and I'm here to give you the entertainment. It's more baseball here in the SSSL. Just follow us everywhere. Make sure you're notified. We'll be back at 6:30 tomorrow. Folks, one more time tonight, I'm going to advertise to you. Vote for the All-Stars. If you like some of the players you've seen tonight, if you got a favorite team, vote for some of their players to make the All-Star game. Use that QR code or go to the link in the chat that is coming up in just a moment. It's right there. Go to the link in the chat. Vote for your favorite All-Stars. Poll closes next Wednesday, May 15th at 5 p.m. All-Star teams are announced on the Thursday show, the Thursday stream, another 6-game. That's going to be a big one. We'll announce there. Also the trade deadline. Last time I'll tell you about that and remind you before our next broadcast. Folks, Waluigi Spitballs at 1-3-4. They did take a step back last week in a bit of a loss. Can't remember who they lost to. Might have been, it was Yoshi Eggs. The Yoshi Eggs kind of took care of them, not going to lie. That was a good game from the Yoshi Eggs. That was 8-1 in favor of the Yoshi Eggs. But before that, the Spitballs took down Peach. They took down the DK Wilds, and they took down the Luigi Knights all in a row, just like that. So they were able to take off some of the teams near the bottom of things, and Bowser Jr.'s right here in the middle. They do have a bit of a tough stretch in their next few games. They face the Daisy Flowers tomorrow, and then they'll have the Mario Fireballs to finish out the first half of the season. So it's not going to get any easier for them. So when you can win the games that you hope to win against teams that might be comparable, you want to win those games. But teams here at Bowser's Playroom, Bowser Jr.'s Playroom, have had some really close affairs. Bowser Jr. knows how to play in extra innings. I don't think that they've lost in extra innings. If they did, it might have been to Daisy. But they know how to take care of things down the stretch and last a long time. They had a bit of a that was Bowser that had a strange pitching at bat, but really thinking about the Bowser Jr. rookies last game, they found a way to get it in 8 on the road, thanks to a bit of a crazy situation there against Luigi Knights. That was in game day number 8. That was in extra innings. It has been it's hard to even describe how the Bowser Jr. rookie season has gone. It feels like it's been up 1 game, great result, down 1 game, bad result. Get blown out, win in extras. And I think that's why it's been a little bit interesting to see what Caden has wanted to put, on the trade deadline and potentially on the trade block. Or a dodge, by the way, saying Peter Griffin. Fair. I'm going to give you that one. That's funny. I like that. I really didn't realize this, but yes, Peter Griffin a little bit. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you a nice like there. Thumbs up for that. That's a pretty funny joke. Anyway, Bowser Jr. rookies, they don't really know what to trade yet, and they're trying to find some trade partners, to be quite frank with you. Trying to find some pieces, could be involved maybe in a 3-team trade. Nothing official, but talks are definitely happening when it comes to trying to move a piece or two. So anybody, I think, on this roster besides maybe Green Hammer Bro has a few home runs. Anybody else, it could be fair game for this team to trade at the deadline. They want to make moves. Caden is not afraid to make them and make adjustments. And let's see if he's made any adjustments in tonight's starting lineup, starting with the Waluigi Spitballs. They haven't made any adjustments. Tim's pitching for the 2nd straight game in a row. But otherwise, the rest of the lineup is the way that it is. I would say that the 1-2-3, I said one of the tougher 1-2-3s, I would say, in the league. But really, when you look at the average, not as comparable as maybe some other 1-2-3s. Waluigi batting only .357. Petey with 6 home runs, still very good, but 6 home runs out of 30 at-bats and only 7 other hits puts him at .433. There are some batters out there that have less power than Petey does that are batting better. And so I would say that maybe the first-round pick, the first pick of the draft that was not a captain, was Petey Piranha. And I don't know if he's necessarily proven that he was worth that first pick yet. We'll see if he can do it tonight and help the Waluigi Spitballs get to a big win. But otherwise, the rest of the lineup, when we talk about Tim in the pitching spot, he's allowed 13 runs on only 4 2/3 innings. I almost wonder if maybe you need to go away from Tim as a starter. Maybe go Red Yoshi. Red Yoshi has a better ERA, 5.63 through 13 2/3 in 4 games. But we'll see if Tim can get anything done tonight. I do think that was directive from Tim, that he himself gets put on the mound. We'll see if it works out for him. That is that. Now here's this. The Bowser Jr. rookies lineup. Bowser Jr. back on the mound again. I think this is his first time. It was Blue Magic Koopa 2 straight games in games 6 and 7. Then decided to start Green Magic Koopa. Don't know if Caden liked that very much, and now back to Bowser Jr. And I think that this is fine. I think if you can just get a good stretch out of Bowser Jr. for a little while and get yourself over the line. He has a 4.15 ERA through 28 and 2/3. That's really, really good. I'm going to put him among the best in the league, but Green Magic Koopa, his ERA in 8 games, 7 innings pitched, is a 12.98. So, yeah, that you had to move away from Green Magic Koopa after him showing you that he's not worth it. He might not be worth the start. At least he might be sort of an extra, let's say, in things. But yeah, Bowser Jr. has put himself in, I think, the 10 spot in terms of ERA amongst the leaders in the league. And then you have some hitters here. Green Dry Bones is still kind of a sneaky good hitter in terms of average. That's the lineup. Same one for the most part everywhere else in the hitting order. We're back in the playroom again. Been playing here a lot, it seems like, in the front half. So Bowser Jr. is going to have a few more, I think a couple more away games in the second half of the season. So got to win them at home while you have them. Let's see if they can do it in our final game of the night. Waluigi at Bowser Jr. for the 12 of you here. Thank you so much for watching. Do stick around. Don't go anywhere at the end of the game. We'll have live standings after game week 9 and take a look one more time at tomorrow's incredible lineup for game week number 10. We will be 1 week away from the trade deadline and the All-Star game. So stick around for that. Let's get it started. It is the Bowser Jr. rookies. They drew the away team spot here in the coin toss. They will be batting first. Let's go. Matt Kiefer's in here. Thank you so much for joining in. Matt Kiefer says, can you give a shout out to my son, Ryan Kiefer? Well, Ryan, thank you so much for watching us tonight. Ryan and Matt, you'll have to let me know what team you're rooting for. We have 12 different ones from the 12 different characters in Super Sluggers. Maybe you're picking one of the teams you watch right here. But Ryan, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here and hope you stick around for the rest of the season here in the SSSL. 0-2 here on Green Magic Koopa on the opening at bat. And Green Magic Koopa actually fights it off, and Caden had a single to start. This is the second at-bat, rather. Now this is the third for Bowser Jr. Quickly, RBI opportunity for Bowser Jr. Oh, 1 here. Again. Oh, and here comes a star swing, a paintball from Bowser Jr. This could potentially be foul. Watch out. It is fair. They call it fair. Caden's going to get home, and that's an RBI double for Bowser Jr. Boy, that almost pulled foul. I mean, this is close. I mean, take another look. It just hits the line and gets Caden home. Double for Bowser Jr. And it's 1-0 early here. Bowser Jr. only averaging 483, or 438 rather. That's his third double of the year. And that is just his third RBI. Meanwhile, Green Hammer Bro has 8 home runs. It's untouchable, especially in this stadium. That could be gone. Home run. 4-2-0. Green Hammer Bro. His 9th homer of the year. And in this ballpark, he is just ridiculous. I feel like 6 of the 9 have come in the playroom. Unbelievable stuff. What a season Green Hammer Bro is having for this team is a key piece, to say the least, and that's why he's not going to get traded at the deadline. That is for sure. He is a identity franchise player for the Bowser Jr. rookies. Wow, wow, wow. The 0-1 here for Green Toad, and Green Toad is looking to get one here. Close. There's no foul pole there, and it's foul. One of the design flaws of the stadium, besides the super high walls, this is the Fenway Park of Baseball Kingdom in the SSSL. We got polo grounds at the Garden. This is Fenway Park. Don't know what to say, man. This is crazy. That's on the ground. Watch out. Bases loaded already for the Bowser Jr. rookies in the first inning. Matt saying thanks. He was smiling. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. On the ground, it's going to be a double play, but it gets one more home, 5-0. Kind of a sack sink. I call that a sack hit in a way. Almost as good as a sack bunt. Gets one home, 5-0. Green Dry Bones cannot do one of those pull hooks. Those Dry Bones really love to do pull singles. They're so good at it. Didn't need it, though. Bowser Jr. rookies. How about a 5-spot to start things off? And they have an opportunity to get to their 4th win of the season, or rather their 5th win of the season, and they could get to 5-4 and tie themselves with the Diddy Monkeys after tonight. That would be something. They are very much in the conversation. Meanwhile, the Waluigi Spitballs, they can get to 4-5 tonight if they win, but they are down big already. Down 5 runs is a lot to ask in this league. The biggest comeback has been by the Daisy Flowers. They came back down 6 to win 13-6 last week. Here's Brown Critter, though. That's a line drive, and what a fire over to first base. That was a fire. Here's P.D. Pirano, who has 6 home runs this year. Will it be a 7th? Soon to find out, but his average besides that has not been good. Only .433 besides that. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bowser Jr. strikes him out to end the inning. How about a 0? That was an impressive at-bat by Bowser Jr., striking out one of the best potential hitters in the league, and that is 1 inning down, 5-0. Bowser Jr. rookies, I don't think they have been on a winning record all season long. Caden might correct me there, but I don't think they've had a winning record yet this year, and they could get to 5-4 and be above 500 for the first time. Powerball is going to allow Green Magic Koopa to get there. Waluigi, unfortunately, affected by the error item. Here is Bowser Jr., who had a single, or double rather, to start things off. And there's an error from Brown Critter. That ball is fair. Green Magic Koopa going for third. The Bullet Bill runs over Red Yoshi. And runners on the corners with 1 out. Green Hammerbow is back up just like that in a 5-0 game. Could he have another home run? He will not, but it's going to be enough. That's going to get down over the head of Red Yoshi. That's an RBI single for one of the better hitters in the league, too. And it is now 6-0. Tim, once again, his ERA is going to be shattered after this. An absolute mess. Blue Magic Koopa deep to center field. This could be a sac fly with now going to be 2 out to get Bowser Jr. home to make it 7-0. Nice sac fly there from Blue Magic Koopa. That is it for Tim, and Tim came into the game with a 13 ERA, and he is going... No, Tim came into the game with a 19 ERA. Pardon me, a 19 ERA. And, folks, that is not going to change. That is bad. He had 37 batters faced, allowed like 13 earned runs. That is rough. And how about the 2-out rally continuing here? Runners on first and second. Green Toad will get him aboard for Goomba. Bowser Jr. and Caden's team, they are up big time. Finally, a fly out to right. A bit of a mess here for the Waluigi Spitballs. They need help. They need it right now. Caden saying on YouTube, look, when we face off against the 4 best teams in back-to-back games, basically, we're going to get overlooked. But this is where we show who we are. And right now, they're showing that they can divvy up the hits and pitch really well. But Tim, nice single from him to get things started here. Batting .321. Here is Red Yoshi. Red Yoshi is also one of the worst hitters in the league. This is on the ground, grabbed by Blue Magic Koopa. Tried to get there. Tried to get to first, but is thrown out. Tim does get to second, though, so it'll be Purple Toad here. In a 7-0 game, that does not get down, and there's 2 out. Unfortunate, not bad contact from Purple Toad there, but now you have Blue Yoshi. 2 outs here. Runner on second, off speed, is swung on the ground. That is going to be the third. 6-3. Bit of a rough inning and bit of a rough time for the Waluigi Spitballs. They showed a flare here earlier in the season where they won 3 straight games. They've lost 1, and now this is not looking good for them. They are looking a bit outclassed right now. Long game left to go here. We play 7. It's just the top of the third. Grabbed by Brown Critter, finally recovering after that error in the last inning. Robin Green Koopa. Green Koopa is also, again, one of the worst in the league. Actually, I mean, statistically, folks, might actually legitimately be the worst hitter in the league. But this team has plenty of other hitters. But Green Koopa is batting worse than 179 right now. That is bad. Green dry bones deep to right field. It is off the wall. Pow ball comes down. He's going to have a triple. A stand-up triple with one out off of the big wall in right field. Here is Caden, who had a single earlier. Maybe he could get him home and make it 8-0. He will. 8-0. RBI single for Caden. Only Caden's third RBI of the year and only his 8th hit. But hey, that's an improvement. He's 2 for 2 in this game, with Waluigi now pitching for the Spitballs, taking over the responsibilities of Tim. And they let up another one here. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Folks, remember to stick around. We'll have the live standings and a look at game week number 10 happening tomorrow. Same time, same place, Twitch, YouTube. And, of course, highlights coming on YouTube and TikTok whenever we can get them. That is a fly out, though. Make it the second out, so Waluigi has a chance to get out of this inning less scratched up than before. But, unfortunately, you got the best hitter on this team. But it's grabbed by Green Noki. What a play on the hot one to first base. Green Hammer Bros locked down there. He has 2 for 3 with a 3-run shot earlier. That was in the first inning. It's 8-0. Red Koopa is one of the best statistical hitters for this team. Came into this game batting, well, actually, he was batting better than he is right now. He's batting above 500, I want to say, but has had a bit of a skid, and unfortunately is continuing to drop down. It's kind of a tie between Brown Critter and Purple Toad in terms of average, but this team is not good in the average department. They are the worst in the league at 368. They bat as a team, slugging 568. That's good for 9th. Team ERA of 739. An opponent batting average of 475. That is good for 8th out of 12. Waluigi, though, is finally able to find a hit. It feels like Waluigi, he doesn't have that great of power. His average has been not bad. That's probably his 11th or 12th hit of the year. Coming in batting 357, got 1 RBI, but you really wish that he would do a little bit more, especially as the leadoff hitter, to help bring in some runs for this team. Brown Critter, though, this is a deep drive to left field. Could he get off the cracker in left field off the wall? No, it's just a deep fly out. And that is the end of the third. The Waluigi Spitballs have nothing to show for 3 innings of play. The rookies are in control here at home, looking to get to 500 for the first time, above 500 for the first time this season. This is Blue Magic Koopa, who had a sac fly, able to bring one home. Liar ball here for Waluigi on the 0-1 is swung on and grabbed again by Green Noki. Second in a row. Nice job for her. Playing that position well. I think that's a good spot for him, honestly. Slow pitch there to Green Toad. It looked like a fastball, but it was not fast. Strike 1. This ball by Green Toad is swung on deep to right field. It is off of the cracker. It's fair, but it's going to be a double for Green Toad. That's one of those tricky things. The walls in this stadium are so tall, thanks to those crackers, that what could have been a home run is just a double. And now that is a double play to end the inning. My, how things can change. Waluigi's getting tired, but they need something to change right now. Petey Piranha needs to show why he's a number 1 pick, a first-round draft pick for this team. He has been not good compared to the rest of the league. He's 427, got 6 home runs. That's not bad, but it's not been good enough to get them a winning record. This is fouled off on the second pitch, rather. It was 0-1, now it's 0-2. And he was struck out by Bowser Jr. earlier. And he will have a nice contact hit, though. Finally, Petey Piranha has shown up to this game. For the 11 of you that have stuck around, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate you. Again, we'll give you a look at the next week's games, or tomorrow's games. Going on tomorrow, we got some great ones. Going to be real interesting. Tim on the ground. The boo item, though. The boo item is going to allow him to get there. That is going to be a hit for Tim. Don't think I'm going to call that an error. Nice job, Tim. Runners on first and second here. They need a lot of help. They're down 8. The biggest comeback in the season so far is 6. They need help. Bottom of the fourth, nobody out. Red Yoshi gets it in the gap. And you know how hard that is, folks. The Magic Koopas have that magic where they can, basically just grab balls out of the air. That's so impressive. Now, with bases loaded, they get another one. They're on the board. Petey Piranha's getting home. It's 8-1, an RBI by Purple Toad. His first RBI of the year. Congrats to Purple Toad. Getting the first RBI of the season. 8-1 with bases loaded and nobody out. Caden here might be feeling the hurt in a moment. There's going to be some damage done to this lead here in the bottom of the fourth. It's going to be grabbed, though. Watch out for the triple play. Oh, no, it's just a double. It's just one allowed right now. That's what I said. That magic grab is so OP. I tell you what. They're so good at that, and they can cause a lot of double plays and even some triple plays to happen sometimes. Now you got Red Koopa up there with 2 out. Really would like to get one more home at least. He takes a big swipe at that and misses. The 0-1 on the ground. Grab. That is going to be the third. Unfortunate that they are unable to get more than one in a bases-loaded situation with nobody out. That's the problem. They have a lot of contact hitters in this lineup, but not a lot of power besides Brown Critter and Petey Piranha, and they load them in the first 3 at-bats. I almost wonder if you move somebody like Brown Critter deeper into the lineup, maybe in the 6 or 7 spot, so when you have those contact hitters come through, Brown Critter is there to maybe get a big hit. He does get the nice grab there at first for the first out of the inning. Waluigi trying to stick around. He will not stick around. He's still not doing too bad, but he has allowed 8. I don't know if it's going to really help his ERA. He came in with a 4.20. Probably not going to keep that 4.20. 8 allowed in 4 1/3. Green Dry Bones, though. That is a nice hit. Again, they're so good with those singles, folks. The Dry Bones are just great technique hitters. And Caden's had a couple hits, including an RBI tonight. That will not be one, though. And that's going to be a double play to end the 4th inning. Rather, the top of the 5th. Nice double play. Good job there by Tim to turn that around. They got one. They chopped into the lead just slightly, but they need more. They need more than that. They need 7. And you're going to have the top of the order back up, though. Green Noki will start things off. She's been okay, 7 of 22, 318. She hasn't had as many at-bats as the rest of the team, only 22, and most of the team has somewhere around 26. How about that? She's going to add another one. 8th hit of the year. She's been playing well at first. That's very solid. Waluigi is going to look bunt here, which, like I said, folks, again, when you're down 7, who the hell cares? Don't bunt. He's going to bunt foul, though. It's 0-1. And he bunt misses, and he's down 0-2. Could be a paintball here from Bowser Jr. Could be the 3rd strike. Strike 3, he's out. The 2nd strikeout of the night from Bowser Jr. has gotten the top part of this lineup out multiple times now with a strikeout. But Brown Critter is going to look to swing for the fences. He's not doing what his captain's doing. He's going to look for a bomb. That is not a bomb. Should have even swung at that one. 5-4-3. An absolute mess of an inning for them. They are down a lot, and I don't see them with any chance to bring it back. Maybe they will. Crazier things have happened, but they need help. They lost to the Yoshi Eggs last week, 8-1, and that is the score right now. Strike 1 here on Red Yoshi. I think Red Yoshi, as I've said before and said in the pregame, I think Red Yoshi should be the 2nd starter for this team. Has shown a lot better capability. I like a lot of the off-speed and curveballs that Red Yoshi has. Tricks batters a little bit. Doesn't trick Green Magic Koopa there, but I think you're going to get more ground outs from Red Yoshi, and so far Tim has been bad when it comes to pitching and starting in particular. There's the POW item. Bowser Jr. is going to have a double. Green Magic Koopa will not try for home, but he doesn't need to. There's nobody out here for Green. Hammer Bro, who had a 3-run shot to start things off in the first. Could he get one again? This is not going to be a 3-run shot. It gets down, though. Watch out! It's going to be a tag out from Bowser Jr. Green Magic Koopa doesn't run. Bit of a mess there. It was so hardly hit that Purple Toe was able to get that ball in. And now look at that. It's going to be a double play. Crazy thing happened there. Bowser Jr. should have had at least a couple runs there, but instead they find a way to mess it up. They still have plenty of runs. It's not too big of a difference, but it hurts a little bit. Petey Piranha will lead things off. You need a homer from him. Here's Petey Piranha. Like I said, 6 home runs. Had a sniff at a couple more this season. He's had some rob. Let's get that right. This is a nice single, though, into left field, just past. I believe that's Dry Bones there at third. Here is Tim. Tim really could use something better than a ground out into a double play. Pulls that one foul. Not bad to fight it off, but I would have preferred not swinging at all. The 0-1 for Tim is swung on the ground. It's in the gap in between first and second. Surprising there, and Petey with awareness turning for third when Green Toads hit with the bullet bill, and they've got nobody out again. They had bases loaded, nobody out in the 4th inning, I want to say, and they only were able to get one, and here they will get at least one more because Petey Piranha gets home, but it's a double play. It's 8-2. They have 2 outs. That is going to do it for Bowser Jr. Still a very good effort. Only 2 earned runs through 5 2/3. That is pretty good. Exactly what you need, and then you can lean on the Magic Koopas to get you home. He's going to keep a 4.15 ERA. Very good. That's a 6-3, and he will make the 3rd out, too. Nice job by Bowser Jr. Only one for the Waluigi Spitballs. 1 at a time is not going to do it. We have 1 inning left. It's the top of the 7th, and it's Green Toad. Folks, we got the standings, live standings coming up in just a moment after this game. And Green Toad wants to hang a homer in his stats, but it's just off the top part of the wall. It's another double. Nice job from Green Toad, who has showed up tonight. He came into the game batting .407 with 1 home run and has added some big hits to that as well. Nice job from Green Toad. Hasn't had a double yet this year, but is going to have one. Goomba, this is out to center field. Bit of a wacko. Everybody kind of joins together on that one and team out, I would say. It is grabbed by Purple Toad. 1 out here for the worst batter in the league. It's Green Koopa. And he will foul the first one off to left field past the third baseline. 0-1 here. Star swing, though. Guess what? Oh, well, he's going to get there on an error. He's going to get there on an error. I can't give him credit for that because that was grabbed by Brown Critter and the POW item caused the error. So he's going to get credit for that. But, hey, guess who is going to get credit for that? Green Dry Bones gets home Green Toad, and it's 9-2. Green Toad may only now be traded for Bowser Sr., says Caden. Green Toad. Hey, you heard it here first, folks, right from the horse's mouth. Green Toad is now untouchable. Not going to be traded. Green Toad has kept his spot on this roster. And it's 10-2 with another RBI from Caden, who's had a great game tonight. Tim with another double play, but they are so far out of this that it doesn't really matter. They need 8, folks. I shudder to think that they're going to find 8 in the bottom of the 7th, but you never know. It's the Triple SL, folks. We saw Bowser put off 6 in a late comeback effort against Mario yesterday. And teams have put up 8, 10, 12 runs in an inning, and that's a good way to start. Another one in the gap between first and second, and God, Green Toad has been tortured out there by the bullet bill. He's had a target on his noggin today out there. Red Koopa needs something. Red Koopa's going to find another base hit. Nice job from Red Koopa. Runners on first and second with nobody out. I think really this game was lost for the Waluigi Spitballs. With their no-out situations, they had bases loaded, they had runners on, they've left too many stranded, they've grounded double plays, only able to make 2 runs out of a lot of good situations. 1-1 here for Green. Noki, who's had a solid game, better than expected. This one is going to be off of Bowser Jr. an error. And here we go again. Waluigi steps up in a bases-loaded situation. If you can get a single from Waluigi, you get Petey Piranha on, the home run hitter, the best power hitter of the team, maybe in the 3rd spot. Or Brown Critter is in the 2nd spot, actually. Waluigi needs to get on. And this is going to be 3-0. Don't swing, Waluigi. Bases loaded, walk incoming, maybe. He is going to use a swing. It swung on. The L ball's fair. That is going to get 1 home. And Koopa's going for home, and he's safe. RBI, 2 RBI single for Waluigi makes it 10-4 with nobody out. A great use of the star swing, folks. Nice job from Waluigi. Hold your horses, folks. It's a long way away, but that was not a good pitching effort, not a good at-bat from Green Magic Koopa. Now you got Brown Critter up there with 2 on and nobody out. This is deep to center field. Maybe you can get Green Noki to tag up and go to third, but that is a costly out. No, she's not going to go to third. Ouch. CJ Willis says, I really want to see the error numbers for the league. I have the stats somewhere. I don't normally keep track of them in our spreadsheet, but I can try to peek around and see what sort of things I can find. The 0-1 for Petey Piranha is deep to center field, trying to get this game closer. It is robbed by Caden at the wall, and they're down to their last out. That was the last chance, folks. They were down 6, and they needed that ball to go yard. And they get robbed. The defense pulling up at the right time. Nice job here. We lost our YouTube here, folks, for some reason. I don't know why. Don't know why. That's a ground out. That's the end of the game. Don't know why we lost that. We had that one up. Restream might be adding a little bit of craziness. Well, folks, you didn't miss anything at the end there. Bowser Jr. rookies, they're 10-4. They get it done here at home. Well, yeah, that's interesting. I feel bad that people missed out on the last part, but, the good thing is that, they didn't miss out on a thing. It looks like we might still be live. Maybe it's just Restream being a little bit goofy. Well, Caden's there, says GG. So I'm assuming we're still live on there. And I'm assuming you're going to get a chance to take a look at the standings as soon as I put this game in. It's a 10-4 victory for the Bowser Jr. rookies. They are above 500 for the first time this season. They were below 500 and kind of losing one, winning one back and forth. But hey, that is big, 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 folks. Good win from them. Let's put it in the game log and let's show you the standings after 9 weeks of play here in the SSSL. You got it coming up right now. Here are the live standings. Live standings here in the SSSL. Birdo Bows are on top of the league. We have 3 teams sitting at 7-2. Birdo Bows, Wario Muscles, Daisy Flowers, all at 7-2. The run differential going to the Birdo Bows by 7 runs. But guess what? They are playing tomorrow. The top 2 teams in the league play tomorrow. Who is going to take the number 1 seed heading in to the All-Star break? I don't know. We'll have to find that out. Daisy Flowers doing okay. They got that win, get back on the winning track this week. Then you have the Mario Fireballs right below that at 6-3. Very much still in the conversation. A solid win from them this week. Kind of propelled them into a better spot. Look at that. Diddy Monkeys beating the Wario Muscles tonight gets them to 5-4. And the Bowser Jr. rookies have strung together a couple of wins there at 5-4. That's very solid. Luigi Knights are just below that at 4-5. We're starting to see a little bit more of a separation here now that the Bowser Jr. rookies got that victory. Luigi Knights have been on a skid themselves. They have not been able to find runs and just have had some tragic things happen in the last couple of games. But they're at 4-5, still not too far out of it. And, they haven't really had a bad run differential, so you never know. Maybe they could take over the rookies. They're going to be battling for the rest of the season. We have 4 teams, folks, at 3-6. That is about probably the bottom of where you want to be. And I say that in, you don't want to be any further than that. I don't think you want to keep losing games, folks. The Bowser Monsters have the lead thanks to the run differential from the earlier part of the season, but it doesn't matter. They've lost 5 straight. It doesn't matter that you have the run differential when you can't win ball games. You need wins to try and get into that playoff spot. Yoshi Eggs, unfortunate for them that they could not hold on against the Peach Monarchs. That would have gotten them to 4-5, and they would have taken the 7 spot had they won tonight, but they take a step back. Still in the mix here, though, at 3-6. Waluigi Spitballs, they dropped to 3-6, and another big loss from them. That puts them in a tough spot. But, hey, perspective, folks. The Peach Monarchs are happy to jump to 3-6. They got the victory. They still need a lot of help and a lot of wins to be strung together. Unfortunately, the DK Wilds are still at 1-8. They lost a heartbreaker again. It feels like it's just not going to end for them against Birdo yesterday. Folks, let's take a look at the schedule. Tomorrow night, same place, same time. You do not want to miss it. It is going to be a big time matchups, folks. We start off, we got the Daisy Flowers at the Waluigi Spitballs. I expect the Daisy Flowers to have a good chance of winning that game, going to 8-2. And they're going to be happy that they are not in the line of sight. They are not playing in that crazy classic game at the bottom. DK Wilds against the Yoshi Eggs. A good opportunity for the Yoshi Eggs to recover. But the DK Wilds might be happy with their matchup as well, trying to beat the Yoshi Eggs at Yoshi Park. Meanwhile, the Diddy Monkeys, after their win, they face a Bowser Monsters team that we are waiting to see if they can stop their losing streak. The Diddy Monkeys stopped theirs tonight. They lost, 4 in a row, 5 in a row, and now they get back into the right way with a win. Bowser Monsters lost 5 in a row. Hopefully, they can win at home and not make it 6. That would be brutal. It is brother versus brother at the Mansion tomorrow. The Mario Fireballs taking on the Knights. The Knights have been up and down at that stadium, and they need to find a way to get their players involved, get some hits, and keep it under control. They lost just yesterday to one of the best teams in the league, the Daisy Flowers. They need to rein it in, especially at home. That's going to be a big one for them. Speaking of a big one, the Bowser Jr. rookies are looking to go to the Garden, where a lot of the home run potential of Green Hammer Bro is going to be neutralized when they play at the Garden, the Polo Grounds of the league, against the Peach Monarchs, who won tonight. They are looking to keep it going, and that is the same place where they won in game day number 8. They're looking to go 3 in a row, and they got a good shot to do it potentially. Still got to see what happens. But mano y mano, the big game tomorrow. Going to be probably in the middle part of it, but around maybe 8 o'clock. We start at 6:30. It is the Birdo Bows and the Wario Muscles at Wario City. Somebody is going to be the number 1 team. It is the 2 best teams in the league, potentially, bar none, facing off against each other. What a game that is going to be. You won't want to miss that one. And how you don't miss it is you follow us on TikTok at Super Sluggers. You give us a sub or a like. We really appreciate it on YouTube so that you know we're going to be streaming tomorrow. We know when we go live. Twitch, you can follow all those things. Get those notifications on because you don't want to miss it. A big 6-pack that we will crack open and pour out, baby, of baseball tomorrow. Everybody, thank you so much. We hit 19 viewers tonight. That was amazing. We saw some people that we haven't seen before. CJ, Caden, everybody in this chat. We had a lot of people. A lot of people have been showing we're gaining viewers little by little here and there, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm glad you enjoy it. Folks, shorts coming out more on YouTube, maybe in between tomorrow. I got to do some stats, though. I'm behind 5 games, so I'm going to go do that. And go step outside if you can tonight, if you have the ability to see those potential Aurora Borealis, the magnetic fields going on. I hope you're able to do that and enjoy that. Enjoy the rest of your night, folks. I'm Alec Rome, commentator of the SSSL, saying thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.